tarot reading. This is my favorite part. So clearing the energy, getting a good vibe here. Okay, number 7, Chariot. You know I know nothing about these, so just so you know. Oh, forgot my glasses. Okay. All right, number 7. The Chariot Tarot card points to a triumphal feeling of freedom, as if the cheerleader is being paraded through the streets as a hero or heroine. The card reflects congratulations on high achievement and serves as a sign of empowerment. Wow. Okay. In the reverse position, when the card is reversed, it suggests that you may balk when you know you need to pick up the reins and take responsibility for setting your life in motion. It's kind of like for people who don't like to vacuum. Just do it and don't think about it. You know, you could instigate change, but you haven't yet chosen to move toward it. You may be holding back for what feels like good reasons, but nothing is actually being imposed on you. You do have other options. Own your own inner resistance instead of blaming circumstances. In the advice position, so upright, the Chariot advises that you are prepared for changes that might include a move or an opportunity to travel. The charioteer travels light and stays open to fresh experiences that change from every valley or mountain pass. You may be asked to live out of a suitcase and consider every place your home for a while. Be receptive to new people that come into your life. Most especially, become more fluid and taste the joys of freedom. The charioteer is nothing if not self-sufficient. Be prepared and self-contained for the changes that will sweep in and carry you with them. Cool. Oh, wait. Eighth is strength. I don't see this card much when I watch the online videos. So he has an infinity symbol above his head, or she, and she's petting a lion like it's a house pet. Okay, the Strength Tarot card represents nature, which, however wild in its primal form, is tamed by our subtle, finer self. Our feminine side, our inner self. Okay, the will and passion of our instinctive nature do not need to be broken but refined and brought into consciousness, so that all levels of creation may come into harmony. That's nice. I like that. In the reverse position, the strength and the strength card reversed to suggest that you are in a position where you have little power to affect behavior. No amount of modeling, persuasion, or leadership will affect the out of control, untamed force that is set loose. Kind of like accept the things you cannot change. Subtleties are overlooked, and the inducements which have served as the past to reward order may meet with scorn. You may have to lay low and do what you can to preserve yourself and let this upside down time blow over. Aren't we in those times right now? Where nothing makes sense and up is down and down is up and just gotta go with the flow. So in the advice position, the strength card advises that you assertively discipline yourself and separate self-interest from enlightened wisdom. Deliberately identify with your intuitions, even if it works against the desires of your willful ego. Demand and expect the same from others who have some power in this situation. You cannot challenge them to live to a higher standard if you yourself have not yet done so. Influence others by setting an example of integrity. And so the conservatives are doing that pretty much. Instead of acting the way the other side is acting. Your self-esteem will increase to the degree that you succeed in your efforts. Well, yeah, so, I kind of feel like, conservatives are good sports, but the other side, they have very poor sportsmanship. They didn't learn that in gym class or something. Okay. The Hermit card, number 9. I had a neighbor call me a hermit one time, but that's because I wasn't out fraternizing with them on the sidewalks. I was in studying while I was in college. I think it got them mad because I just sort of ignored them and did my own thing and graduated. I got my associate's degree and then later a certificate in legal secretary. So yeah, it might appear that I was snubbing them, but I was just, trying to better my own life. So yeah, they called me a hermit. So, anyway, number 9. The challenge to the Hermit card is to be able to recognize a teacher in a humble disguise. You can learn from everything. Every situation has a lesson. This font of mysterious knowledge, this font of mysterious knowledge will not make it easy for the student to acquire his wisdom, as it takes time and long contemplation to fathom what he knows. He often speaks wordlessly or in ancient and barbaric tongues, communicating with the elements. What does that mean? um, animals and nature itself, herself. Okay, I don't know what that means, but in the reverse position, when the Hermit card is revealed, you may be resisting the process of evolving from a level of wisdom that sets you apart. Yeah, I was clueless. Fear the path is haunting you, and it could be a fear of loneliness. Try to remember that the shamanic method of facing fears is to relax and open. Let them in and allow them to have their way for a while. This way you know them fully and will see them pass of their own accord. When there are no more surprises, you can move into a place of empowerment action. Oh, empowered action. Right. So you don't know what you don't know again, right? And when you do, then you act on it. So anyway, okay, in the advice position, so upright, the Hermit advises that you think things through carefully. The demands on you have been high, giving you scant time for reflection. While you have a gift for understanding the larger implications involved, you need some private time to consider the steps to take in the future. You can't just lock yourself in your room. Where was it? For 15 minutes and expect to come up with profound solutions. You need more seclusion and time to assimilate and process. Now may be the moment for you to tell everyone to leave you alone. When you are fully ready, you will be able to and willing to give others what they need. So yeah, it's kind of like, you have to take care of yourself before you take care of others. So I think we'll go to 10 and stop at 10. Ooh, this one's interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot going on with symbols there. Wheel of Fortune. Number 10. The central theme of the Wheel of Fortune card is cyclical change. Yeah, so I've been hearing like time is cyclical, it rhymes, but it doesn't, it isn't the exact, but it rhymes. So anyway, the wheel keeps on rolling, churning events in a ceaseless progression of ups and downs. So, because the whole solar system spins and spins, and the outer system spins, and those energies are similar but not exact. No one can escape the cyclical action, which can feel somewhat terrifying no matter whether we are rising or falling. Okay. When one is balanced on top of the wheel, there is a moment of crystal clarity. However, the only part of the wheel that's actually not going up and down is the hub. So the middle part. That's, like the concept of the Trinity. like there's a void, sort of, because the center is not spinning. And that's where you have epiphanies, I believe, if you can reach that level in meditation. Anyway, however, the only part of the wheel that's actually not going up or down is the hub, which represents your eternal self. In the reverse position, when the Wheel of Fortune card is reversed, it suggests that you may have dropped from the heights and have been sent back to the beginning to either start over or reframe your plan. This may feel as if you have hit bottom, and you think of it as a chance to renew yourself and chart a path that will help you rise from the ashes. You will be a more compassionate and wise ally when the next person takes a nosedive. In the future, you might want to be a little more modest in your aspirations. Yeah, because if you don't expect an outcome, there's no disappointment. So in the advice position upright, the Wheel of Fortune advises you to follow the flow of events. Physical moves, spiritual awakenings, or dramatically changing social patterns could arise now. Accept these transformations. This is a safe place for you to be. You are watched over and protected. As you go round and round the wheel, you may learn a lot. You will also learn it quickly, and what you absorb will benefit you for a long time to come. Oh, so like if it's upright, it's showing fast changes. Cool. Alright, we'll leave it here, and I may or may not try to get another one in today. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you don't want to miss any of these in the series. So, alright, that ends part 3. So, today we're starting with number 6, the Chariot. Alright, well, wait a minute. That part gets edited. Alright. Okay. So I guess I'd love to know what those symbols are in the middle of the wheel.